ASE certified and go the extra mile to give you the peace of mind you need to know your vehicle is safe. We take care of you and your family by taking care of your car. We are located just past Moose on the west end of town.
Hey, Monica. Hi, how are ya? It's windy.
Quick update. So we'll have the players start lining up for the opening ceremony at 6.
Okay.
Just run through the lineups, national anthem, and kickoff should be about 6.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it.
A little delayed, but
No, that's perfect. I'll let her know. Thank you. Hey, sorry I didn't hear, but we are looking to kick off around 6:10 now, just because we got a little bit delayed with the wind, and so just an FYI, I just heard that. Did you get to do something fun today? Perhaps tomorrow. After the Wranglers. All right, sounds good. And just an FYI, Chris should be joining me, so if you want to just tell him to text me on level updates if need be for Chris. Vlad and Chase here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Your Steamboat Sailors just about set to take on the Centaurus Varsity Warriors. It's going to be a great matchup here for both squads. Once more at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, just like 2 seasons ago. And, of course, that one played to a 1-0 game. Your Sailors won in the last 30 seconds of play. Was that sounding all right? All right, cool. Yeah, just have Dawn text me if I need to adjust Chris's levels, and from here on out, we should be all set. Thanks, Monica.
But we've also had a good contribution from Kevin Pastor, one of our sophomores in the midfield. And they got some sailor spotlights on the way. Then we're going to check in with Vlad and Chase. We'll have the starting lineups and the call of today's game. It's Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer, live from Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado. Your Steamboat Sailors getting ready to take on the Centaurus Warriors on KTYB, Sports on FM at 98.9 and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. I'm Terry, and this is Phil from Russell's Auto Salon. If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest. Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we've gone green with environmental-based painting. Russell's Auto Salon, where we always lead by accident. 879-1515. Russell's Auto Salon. 879-1515. Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. The team at Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where you won't get a penalty for having a dirty car. It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. Chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Murphy Bowman. I'm a junior. I'm number 12 and 13. I play forward and goalkeeper. I've been playing since I was 3. I also do track and field and free ski. I'd like to go to college somewhere on the West Coast. I would like to play in college. That'd be pretty nice. I don't really know where I see myself in 10 years. Hopefully just enjoying life. I just kind of don't really do anything outside of school other than just hang and train for soccer. My favorite subject in school is acting. My favorite movie is The Goonies. My goal for this season is to get a home playoff game. It would also be pretty nice to beat Battle Mountain. I went to California with my soccer team over the summer, and I also worked with Ben James. My goals in life are just to enjoy life, live on the edge. What I'll remember most about being a sailor are the bus rides. I'm Murphy Bowman. I'm a junior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Small emergencies. Scrapes, sprains, and stitches. They're bound to happen. Whether you call Steamboat Springs home or you're a visitor to the Yampa Valley, you deserve quick care from trusted physicians. At UC Health Yampa Valley Medical Center, our emergency care team is here for you and your loved ones. Whether you scraped your knee on a hike, suspect a sprain, or maybe need a couple of stitches, the board-certified physicians at YBMC are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to get you in and out the door quickly. Small emergencies also deserve smaller prices. You'll experience the same safe and high-quality care you've come to expect at YBMC. Now with smaller prices for life's small emergencies. Scrapes, sprains,
guys gonna switch off half, so you're gonna do the whole game? You gonna do the whole thing? Nice. Cool. Let us know if you get thirsty or something. I got some water right here.
What's up?
Still, man.
The real deal here.
Man, you should see the guys that do TV don't have anything in their way. It's just like big open space. I thought that's what we were gonna have. I mean, it's basically like that.
Yeah.
This is a lot better than the booth in Steamboat. Just got the one bar here in the way, but it's pretty easy to get that out of your way. It's awesome.
I've only got this, so we'll share.
Well, I don't really do the numbers, so and we don't have to worry about doing any of the who scored what. It's great. Look at this, the way they do it.
Hey, Don. CFM. Did you hear Tom Smith was playing last night? Hey, just record with open kickoff. What was that?
All right.
Yeah. He very well might be. Might be playing soccer tonight. Yeah, left attack. Left side of the bench. It kind of got pushed back a little bit. I told Monica, I don't know if she added it.
All right, Steamboat.
They're getting announced right now. They're coming out, and then we'll have anthem. So I guess we're probably 5 minutes or 6 minutes away from the opening kickoff. Yeah, can we just time it out from, can we just do 6:07? Perfect. Alright, awesome. Yeah, I'll just be listening for it. Right around 6:07. I don't know. We're at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, so we're at the Pro Stadium. Pretty fancy. Alright, I'll be listening for it right around 6:07. Morning. Awesome. Will's playing?
The Wizard had an open shot and JV and missed it. 3 feet away. Excuse me? Who's not starting? He's been starting. But I think before the last game, he came back, but he was there at Eagle just watching because he needed 5 practices. But yeah, he came back to the team prior to Eagle.
That is crazy. I just heard that and I was like, Will versus what? That's awesome for us.
Oh, it's going to help in the playoff run as long as he gets in shape. Even if he's not, even if he's winded, just pull him. But he's going to be better for the team to be on it. I think, as long as he gets it back.
Just lose it.
Boy, I tell you, the first move for the Centaurus JV is to hold and then push and then play soccer. Oh God, yeah. We'll see how this is. But they weren't great athletes at the JV level. They were slower than most of our kids. We'll see how. I mean, I imagine their varsity's better, but I think our guys will match up well. Yeah. Well, it's a neutral site, but we're on the front range. It's a lot easier for their people to come down 30 minutes from home.
Where is Centaurus?
Boulder. step feels like perfect traction. It's unbelievable. The ball rolls perfect.
Is he coming?
I texted him last night, and I'm sure he was like, how far do you think I scheduled myself? Marty said he's killing it. She's like, do you have a guy to do the camera then? I said, he's on it. She says, he's killing it.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to send it right back to the studio. I hate to do it to you, Don, but they're just about set for the national anthem. So kick it back to you for an additional 2 minutes and be back with the opening kickoff right here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
So Cello's birthday party is downstairs on the second floor. We're down on the second floor because of our art stuff. Right downstairs. Pretty cool. It's a serious man bun down there.
What's that?
Serious man bun down there. It's like a sword. It's a man sword.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Denver, Colorado, or at least the greater Denver area, for your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team taking on the Centaurus Warriors this evening in a matchup that's got a pretty good setting. Chris, you said you played out here. I'm joined by Chris Puckett before I go any further, and we were proud to be bringing you Sailors boys soccer. But Chris, you said you played out here, and it's just immaculate. It seems like it's a perfect step every stride, and the ball likes to roll well. Talk about what these guys are experiencing right now.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to play in Cello's 50th birthday party earlier this summer, and he had a half-court game going on, which felt like a full field after not playing for several years. But the traction's perfect. The grass is only about a half-inch long, and every step feels like you get full traction, full power, and the ball runs just like a nice green on the golf course. So they've got to be ecstatic at playing here tonight.
It was 2 years ago today. Well, 2 years ago. I shouldn't say today, but Charlie Burskins, who's listening from Boston, was able to put home a winner from just about midfield. It was maybe 5-10 yards inside that midfield line with 30 seconds to go against this very same Centaurus squad. And this season, Sailors and seniors want to go out with a bang. We're heading down the final stretch of the regular season of play. Will Burskins is back in the lineup now after getting all of his 5 practices in. And he's not starting today, but he will be coming off the bench. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of team this is going to be for your Steamboat squad. Ian Dalenfloor getting the start in goal. And he's really seemed to come in and earn some time for himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. You may know more about it. Obviously, our previous goalkeeping was amazing, and I'm not sure if there was an injury there because it didn't seem like he played himself out of a starting spot, but Ian Dalenfloor has come in and done a great job when he's been in there too. So really great, and what a blessing to have 2 great goalkeepers. And an interesting thing with Centaurus, I don't remember what the score was last year up in Steamboat, but we did beat them right there before the end of the game, and they must be looking for a little bit of revenge down here on that one.
Absolutely, and we are just about set. Your Steamboat Sailors donning their away red uniforms with white numbers, and they are left to right on the radio dial here in this first half of play. From Dick's Sporting Goods Park, we're underway, and it's going to be taken by the Centaurus squad. Warriors working it up near side. What I was kind of hearing from assistant coach John Cardillo is that there's a lot of individual talent on this Centaurus team, at least from kind of the reports that he's hearing from around the league, and so definitely going to be interesting to see how the one-on-one battles turn out this evening. Jake Berry's on this right outside back position to start things off at least. It's going to be worked up and headed out of bounds, though. Nick Kosick couldn't chase it down, as loose ball came from Dylan Worrell, who started up front. Don't see a lot of him in that attacking position, but he's been moved around throughout the season, started on the back end, and now he's an attacker here for your Sailors. Jason Omi's going to take this one, gets it to Dalenfloor, works it upfield. What very well may be happening here is a little split time to get both these keepers time in goal here with such a big stage and such a cool thing. That may be what we see. We'll see if Cruz is the second half starter. We've got a whistle, foul, and a free kick. This is going to be an offside infraction, and so Omi will survey his options. Goes up that left wing, and it's going to be taken by the Warriors on the 50-50 ball. And their challenging for it is Quinn Connell. He's able to at least force an errant play on the Warriors' part, and so a quick throw for Steamboat, far sideline. Worked in, and off the chest of Alejo Quezada, taken back by the boys wearing white. That's Centaurus. They're in white uniforms with blue numbers. It's going to be worked to the middle of the pitch. Trying to attack here is Ethan Michelle, and he's not going to be able to do it with any possession. As good job from your Steamboat Sailors defensive line. Now it's in the big circle. Work to the near sideline now, and up that near side by Jesus Garcia. Garcia gets a little bit of support as well. He's on the outside, but he got to the middle of the pitch, and this is Christian Nunez. He gets dispossessed, and Sam Brown makes a quick run up this near sideline for your Sailors. And his pass off of a defender. That was Jack Bilello who got in the way. And so a throw in now, Nick Kosick to take this one as we're just over 2 minutes into this game here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Kosick sends it to the 18. There was Bowman in the vicinity. Now a clearing attempt off Quinn Connell. Second effort, though, will send this one into the Sailors' half of play. Chasing it down on the far side is Kevin Castor. He's going to turn. Good body positioning to make for a one-touch pass to Omi. And Omi's going to go right into the middle of the field to Alejo Quezada. And it may just be our vantage point from up here in the press box, Chris, but man, does the field look bigger today.
Yeah, it's a bigger field for sure. This is the full regulation size for pro-style Premier League play. It's pretty cool to watch the room these guys have to play. It looked like Nick Kosick maybe getting around the corner there. Gets it back to the 18. It's a great opportunity here to have something happen.
Nice job. That's Murphy Bowman. He's on the goal watch, as I think he's at 21 if my memory serves. And that's coming with 3 games, including today, left on the schedule. Summit on Tuesday, Battle Mountain at home on Thursday. That Summit game is on the road. And here's a nice little through ball up the near side. It's going to be chased down and sent towards the middle, but a good job from Jake Berry getting his body in the way. And then good forced play there from Berry, but he was not the last one to touch it. It looked as though the attacker, Christian Rice, got that last little touch on the ball, and a goal kick coming up for Dalenfloor.
It's really interesting to see the way this game has started out. I was talking to Rob Bowman before the game, Coach Bowman, and he said that in scouting this team, they had about 4 guys up front, 2 in the middle, and 4 in the back. He said they actually have 4 in the middle, but the way that their outside halves play, that almost seems like they're forwards. And so at times when you watch them, it should look like they get kind of disconnected in the middle without much in the middle of the field. But these guys are ready for that. When I watch Centaurus play, I haven't seen that look yet where it looks like they're disconnected, but we'll see how that goes as the game goes on.
Here's a chance for your Sailors. Bowman working it off of the end line, and he looked like he was trying to chase it down but couldn't before it crossed in totality. And so we've got a goal kick now for Centaurus, first of its kind, as it looks to be, I believe that's Ruiz, who is your goalkeeper for Centaurus. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in on KTYV 99 Sports on FM. This is Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer, and your Steamboat Sailors are left to right here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And I can't say enough how cool this is for the Sailors. It's going to be worked in the middle of the pitch now. An opportunity, and Omi challenges shot, score.
You know, that was just unfortunate that they were able to even get that going. They beat somebody there on defense early on well before the shot, and the defense wasn't able to organize itself to get. That was a great shot. Obviously, that guy's a talented striker, but
Fernando Ruiz.
Fernando Ruiz definitely knows how to score if you let him wind up and take a shot like that. Unfortunate way to start, but hey, we got a lot of soccer left.
Absolutely. Only about 5 minutes and 4 seconds into this game. Your Sailors will have this ensuing kickoff. And gotta say, there was an interesting little connection there. Sam Brown went down and wanted a call there before that whole play developed, but didn't get it. He did hop right back up and challenge defensively. Not quite able to get back in position, though, before Ruiz tucked it home. As you said, great shot. It's going to be worked now by Jake Berry near side. He gets it up to Kosick, back to Berry on the give and go. Berry runs through a man, and now it's Centaurus who takes over. It's going to be worked by Rubenfeld over to the far side of the field, but there's Lopez to Bowman. Bowman trying to get by that defense and can't do it. Foul, though, and a free kick coming up for Steamboat in excellent territory. And this one is coming back. I think they are finally calling it back here because they're probably 5, maybe 10 yards out from the top of the 18 on this free kick.
Well, it's too bad Murphy just didn't give it right back to Daniel. He would have been completely open on his own out there. But I think the desire to score early on in Dick's Sporting Goods Park is probably pretty seductive. He was going for it, and that's his nature, is to try to find that goal. So
here is the goal kick opportunity. Well, free kick, pardon. Jason Omi to take this one. He scored from that range. Keeps this one low, hits the three-man wall in front of him, and will just carry him off and out towards the midfield line. Centaurus not able to chase it down. Early on, it looks as though the speed for the Sailors is just a little bit higher than that of Centaurus, but they've got some good team play, and they've worked the ball around and opened up opportunities for themselves, including, of course, that goal that we saw. Here now is Fernando Ruiz. That's going to be whistled down, though. Foul, and I believe it was just a handball. And so Sam Brown will step up to take this. Now he just gives it off to Omi, and Jason Omi will kick this one away. One of your senior leaders here on the Sailor squad. I got to say, I think that Will finally listened to us. He must have gone back and watched some of the broadcasts where we were calling for him, because I did not hear anything and didn't even know that he was playing again until just in the opening lineups he's announced, and I was like, wait, Will Burskins, I know that name.
Yeah, well, we had heard he was coming back just because we actually have some players in the house on the team, so they had mentioned that he was coming back, and he had to wait his 5 practices to be able to play, and he's in the lineup tonight. I am sure he'll see time. I think it's just an absolutely great thing for our team to have him back for this playoff run.
Absolutely. I played against him in the him and Charlie both in that summer league. He's got it, man. It's exciting. Here's Quinn Connell trying to stretch and reach a ball. Couldn't do it. Here's Worrell, who takes over at the midfield line. Into big circle, he loses it. Taken back by the Warriors. And a long ball is just going to come in and hop once before Dalen Floor is there to pick that up. This is just such a cool experience. I just can't go. I mean, even from our vantage point, we're up here in the press box, Chris, and to look down on the field and just how sharp it is. You don't have any football lines out there. This is a soccer pitch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful soccer pitch. It's hard to believe the grass is in this good a shape this time of year, but they do an amazing job.
Absolutely. And they go all out on this one. If you are tuned in to SteamboatRadio.com watching the live stream. You can watch from our little crow's nest up here, but they've got everyone out here with the cameras. They've got the instant replay. Everything's going on. It's a spectacle for the boys. Quite exciting.
They're even up. Yeah, they're on the big screen too.
Yep. No messing around here. All the fans who want to take a peek to press box left can check out the big screen up there. Here's a goal kick for Dalen Floor. Settled with the right leg of Kosick. There's Quinn Connell. Gets it in the big circle and finds Worrell. Back to Connell. Steps around a man with his left foot, and he will just work it to the back line. And there's Jason Omi. Switches the pitch to the far side, finding Castor with that pass. Castor at the midfield line goes up for a long ball. Didn't find his mark. He was perhaps looking for Daniel Lopez, but Lopez may have been a stride or two off sides if that had gotten by. Instead, it's a throw-in here for Steamboat. They get it into Worrell. He's going to go for goal, and that is a floater. Caught that 52-80 air and sailed just a little bit on him. And so a goal kick coming up now for Rodrigo Ruiz and company.
That was between the vertical uprights, at least. That was a good shot from out there. That had a chance, but he just caught a little too much. I'm glad to see he's shooting. I think he's going to score some goals from out there sometime this year.
Absolutely. He does not shy away from it. Here now is a throw-in from the near sideline. It's going to be taken by Jesus Garcia. Garcia finds his mark, and there's Ethan Michelle who gets it right back on the give and go to Garcia once more. But it's going to be dispossessed. Nice job there from Sam Brown. Has help from Quinn Connell. Back the line now. It's Omi. Omi looking to the far side of the field. Instead works up the middle. Gets Worrell. One touch outside. And Kevin Castor with some wheels. Able to keep this one in play. And finds Lopez up the left wing. Daniel Lopez now. He's just going to work his way into the middle of the pitch. Tries to dangle around a few players. And eventually gets tackled off the ball. And here comes Centaurus. And a whistle, a foul, and a free kick, as that one's going to be whistled down against your Sailors. Kick is coming now. It's going to be worked up into the big circle, and they find the foot of Toby Rubenfeld. Rubenfeld now will work this one and gets it right back. Nice little give and go to that outside right wing, but he's going to get tackled away from him as Dylan Worrell got back into position. And we've got a whistle and our first substitution of the evening, and this is going to be for Centaurus, as trotting onto the field is Rodel Manjarres. Manjarres will give his pink jersey off, and I don't have a number on the man trotting off, but I'll see once he turns around, and I can get a gauge on who that is for Centaurus checking out of the matchup. It looks as though
number 10 on his shorts.
Yeah, it looks as though that was Nunez. Now we've got a nice tackle from Sam Brown. Brown is going to look to the outside. Kosick turns the Jets on. He gets one touch too many and too far for himself, as that one dribbles across the near sideline. Throw-in coming up for the boys in white. Centaurus pushing this one forward, but again, there's that speed from Steamboat that's on display. Omi and Brown both converged on that play. That's going to be chested and battled for between the two teams. Off of Jake Berry last, though, and another throw, this time for Garcia, and he opts for his man. It's Michelle. Michelle opens up some lane for himself. He's got time and space to work with, and now will turn this one around and fires it up, but an errant pass as Jason Omi intercepted. Worked right back up, though, by the Warriors as they try to attack, and it's going to be a through ball headed out by Brown, and he's going to have some help from Jake Berry. Nice job from Berry, making sure he wasn't enamored by the guy coming up and trying to get the header. And he just plays great body positioning. Now another through ball attempt into the 18, and the one-touch shot attempt off the foot of Christian Rice doesn't quite go. He was trying for the opposite leg in terms of he was coming up this near side of the goal and tried for that right leg attempt. Again, just showing that sometimes these high schoolers don't like to go to that left very often.
Well, these guys on defense are going to have to mark these guys. It looks like they're kind of coming through the zone, the defensive zone, free without anybody covering them. That's a pretty dangerous opportunity to let through there. So hopefully they can realize that they've got a man when they're back on defense, and they should be covering someone pretty tight when they get down in their zone.
We'll see what adjustments Steamboat makes. We've got 26:45 left, 1-0 game. Centaurus is on top. Do you want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car? Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, and Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Ball is battled for. Kevin Castor was able to at least earn a possession on the throw-in.
Threw it out of bounds.
But he threw it out of bounds. That's something. I think he was just trying it a little bit too quick there for Castor to restart and get it upfield to Lopez. And so it'll be a quick turnover, now throw-in for the Warriors.
Yeah, when you're standing there on that sideline looking to throw the ball in, there's a lot of options to throw the ball in bounds.
There seems to be. Oftentimes.
I hate to say that's my job to comment on stuff like that.
It's going to be work now. Nick Kosick streaking back to play a little defense. He roughs his man a little bit. And it's going to be Centaurus who works it to the middle of the pitch. Nice play from Worrell getting in there. He slides but can't get another touch on the ball, and the shot is loosed. But it will be off a defender and wide. And so we've got our first corner kick of the afternoon for either squad. A chance for Centaurus at a set play here as they will look to extend their lead. 1-0 as it stands. 25-23 left here in this high school classic is what it's being called at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Now it's Kosick again. Up to the near side. There's Bowman. He gets one touch on it, and Mr. 21 is going to take this one up the near sideline and tries to just kind of get away from a defender. Eventually he does. Cuts to the middle, finds Kosick. Nick Kosick goes around a defender.
Oh,
shot
nice
on
try.
goal. Great effort there, but a good save from Rodrigo.
That got past the goalie. There were two guys on the back post ready to put that in. That was a great play.
And a good-looking play from Bowman as well. So that connection finally starting to heat up a little bit, and they'll be looking for more of the same here down the stretch with 24:40 left now in this first half of play. 1-0 score. It is Centaurus with the lead over your Sailors. Fighting for this is Dylan Worrell. He's just going to swing it out to Kevin Castor, and Castor up the near sideline finds Lopez. And it'll be worked free. Eventually picked up by Steamboat, and Dylan Worrell kind of shoved his man free there. Came up to the ball. Fancy footwork. Worrell lets one fly. Big save from Ruiz. Great footwork there. Dylan Worrell.
It's nice to see him be a little more offensive. I think in the past, earlier this season, he's been on the defense. So, of course, he's not going to be up in offense that often. But now that they're moving him up the field a little more, it's nice to see because he's offensive minded. That's for sure.
He's got some good ball handling as well as he put on display there. Foul against Centaurus. This one about 15 yards deep in the offensive half for your Sailors. And they'll take a go at this with the long ball attempt, as it looks to be Mr. Quinn Connell, who now steps off the ball, and Kevin Castor will take it. No, he motions to Jason Omi. So Omi trots in, and he'll take this one with 23:28 left and ticking down here in half number one from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Omi surveys his options. He's got some movement, and there goes the man running right through. That was Fernando Ruiz, who was just going to mark up on Kevin Castor. And here's Omi now. He's just going to send one in, looking for a good bounce. Didn't get it, cleared out, and Centaurus will get this one all the way back into the Steamboat half. A foot race, and Omi, first man there. Nice job from Jason Omi, and he'll let this one fly over to the near side. It's going to roll, and Nick Kosick's in pursuit, forcing the man to clear that one out of the danger area. Throw in now for Steamboat, but here it is, the debut. Will Burskins is checking into the game here for his first taste of action on the season, and that draws a resounding applause from the Sailor faithful who have made their way down.
Boy, if that's how you're going to have to substitute Dylan Worrell, I think we've gotten some pretty good player to substitute him. You're not really losing anything there at all, and
here it is.
Not your typical second string coming in. That's awesome.
Here is Burskins. Try for the right foot attempt. Got it on goal, but it was a dribbler that went in, and it was easily handled by Rodrigo Ruiz. Charlie, that's your brother, man. He is back, and he got an immediate touch on the ball. Here's another one. Burskins is going to settle this one, and hopefully his flow settles as well, or it may go into his eyes and he'll lose sight of things. Work to the near sideline. A little bit of a miscommunication, though. Couldn't find Kosick on the connection, and it's going to be a throw-in now for Boys in White. Warriors fighting for this free ball at midfield. Challenged for and taken away. Here is Burskins. he is going to be wrapped up. That's
already
a foul
having a
and
positive
free kick.
impact here, keeping the momentum on Steamboat's side, giving Dylan a rest, and not losing any. There's been no fall-off in play of that position at all. That's great.
Omi swings it to the outside. On the right wing, this is Nick Kosick. Kosick is going to be tackled away from the ball, and a throw-in for Steamboat now from the near sideline with 21:18 to go. The toss comes. It'll be headed down. Nice effort there from the Warriors. That was one of the last men back, and he had a sailor that was sliding in behind him if that had gone over his head. So good effort to slow that one down. Worked up the near side now. It's going to be settled with the head by Christian Rice, but he is going to lose this one and quickly be subbed off for, as he was right by the bench, and Diego Najera now comes out for Centaurus. Throw-in's going to come from the near sideline. Connor Syed to take this, and Syed will survey his options on the field and toss this one away at about the midfield line. Now finally gets some movement, but a good job from Bowman marking up. And there's Burskins again, and he's just going to switch the pitch to the open area, and Castor is marking up on his man over there, but Centaurus able to take possession at the midfield line, and they try to attack here, but a great foot from Daniel Lopez, and now it's going to be taken and worked upfield by Steamboat.
Lopez getting to that ball first, being held up a little bit by the defender, and they saw that, so looks like that's going to be a free kick for Steamboat. Nice set play there. I don't know who's going to take that. It looks like Daniel Lopez getting set to take that. This guy can lay a soft wedge, lob wedge over, just like Phil Mickelson, right where he wants it. So this should be a pretty good opportunity. We'll see if Will Burskins can come in and make an immediate impact on the score.
He does have that size as well that he's going to add. Here's Lopez with the service. He's got guys. It's bouncing around in the 18. It's settled at the top of the 18, and eventually Nick Kosick fires this one. He was trying to have some words with the official, arguing for a corner kick. Wasn't going to have any of that, though, and a free goal kick coming up for Rodrigo Ruiz now, once more for the Warriors.
Ball's been put back into play. Looks like it's coming to Barry, not Scott Barry, sorry. Coming to Barry, and it's up. Nick Kosick has a chance at it. Looks like the defense is going to get there first. Nick really hasn't had a chance to get around the defense yet or step into a shot of any quality yet, but when he does, watch out because he knows what to do with it.
Kosick with the throw. He's going to toss this, goes off a defender, bounces into the 18, work back outside to Kosick. He serves it in again. Ruiz was there, and he took a kick at the loose ball. And looks as though it just may have connected with the area that no man wants to get hit. But Quinn Connell, no malicious intent there. That ball had come free. He initially wasn't even going to go for it, but when he saw Ruiz couldn't handle, he did. And it ends up being a stop nonetheless. No foul or anything.
I don't think it was a foul. They were stretching out his hamstrings. So something happened when he went to get that ball. He's fine. Some people like to lay around on the ground for a while before they get back up.
You know, I've been lying to us this whole time. That's not Ruiz. That's Verton, Jesse Verton, who's in there. I don't know what I can't read. I'm sorry, Chris. It's very hard, man. There's a lot of names up there. That's Verton, though, who's in goal, if I'm not mistaken again. I saw the double zeros. I thought I saw 0-1, so my apologies. It's going to be worked up by the Warriors. They try to find it, and Omi's the last man back, but a good header there as he established position early. And now it's Centaurus with the ball again. Will Burskins challenging. He couldn't come up with it, though. Taken immediately by the Warriors. They work it into the big circle. But it comes free. Quinn Connell with it now. He's going to turn on the Jets. Stops on a dime. Gets away from a defender once more. And look at that. Some reverses and eventually finds Jake Berry. Up now to Alejo Quezada. Leaves it off for Burskins. Burskins fakes it. Gives it outside. Looking for Kosick coming in. Back to Burskins. He's going to let one fly with the left foot. And it's going to have some English on it, but not enough. So Lopez can chase it down. A goal kick coming up now for Verton. 17:28 left. 1-0 score here, Chris. And some good soccer after that goal from Centaurus. Steamboats really seem to kind of come into their own.
I think the momentum is on Steamboat's side. Certainly more opportunities have been presented for Steamboat. I think they haven't had a chance to take a shot with the ball's been kind of settled in front of them. It's been bouncing around a lot, and they're still trying to take volleys right out of the air. And as you know, it just doesn't always work out when that's happening. But they're definitely putting pressure on Centaurus, and I think it's going to pay off.
Here's Burskins. Fakes one kick. Now gives it off to Quinn Connell. Leaves it for Quezada. Switches the pitch to Kevin Castor, far side of the field. Sailors left to right on the radio dial if you're just tuned in to 98.9 KTYV Sports on FM. Worked outside to Castor once again. You can also watch this online at steamboatradio.com as we've got 16 and a half minutes left here in this first half of play. Centaurus with the 1-0 lead, and they got the goal from, was it Rubenfeld, right? Or no, it was Fernando Ruiz who got the goal. I'm all over the place here with this whole reading thing. I apologize. It's going to be worked in the middle of the big circle.
Listen to you, you'd think everybody was a Ruiz out there.
There's a lot of, it's a big family, Worked up to the far side. There are two brothers on there, and I just kept saying the one because I thought he was the keeper, but in fact, it is not. It's Burton. Worked back, and Lopez couldn't quite come up with that loose ball, but great challenge from Lopez, and eventually worked off of a Centaurus player. Steamboat throw in. Toss comes, and it'll be settled by the right foot of Castor. He surveys his options, swings it back to Omi. Omi fakes a ball upfield and now gives it upfield to Quinn Connell. Touches back to Burskins, to Connell again. Connell just takes this one across the midfield line. The amount of space these boys have, it's a lot bigger than we saw.
Wow, that's not a foul, huh? The hand comes away from the body and you throw the player to the side. That was lucky, no call there for Centaurus.
And I guess a little bit of a response there with the no call, and so we call it even.
Centaurus isn't calling it even down there. Their fans are pretty angry about that.
It's going to be taken by the Warriors, passed to the sideline, kept in play from that far side of the pitch. It'll be worked to the middle of the field now, and fighting for this one, through ball attempt cut short there by Omi. Worked up now to Lopez, back to Omi. Omi has some space to work with, but eventually just ran out of real estate. As coming back defensively was Toby Rubenfeld. Now it's Lopez once more. He's going to try and streak Bowman, but a good tackle there. Sliding back was Connor Syed, and he was able to cut that one short. As Bowman, always dangerous. He's got 21 goals on the season and is obviously trying to chase down that individual single season record.
It can't be that way. The ball went out. It can't be off our team there.
That's what they're going to say, though.
Well, our kicker was kicking towards us. The ball went the other way. It had to go off the opposition there.
They deem that it is a Centaurus ball, and they just don't quite have the good look on things that we do. Long ball attempt! And it's wide of the goal frame, maybe a little bit high as well. Ian Dalenfloor will have this and kick it away from his 6. 14:05 to go now. In first half play, 1-0 the score. Steamboat is down to Centaurus off of a Fernando Ruiz strike early on in this matchup. Dalenfloor now waits on us again. Looks as though, did Cole just check in?
No, I think Gabe Davis checked in, and one other as well.
My apologies, I was
not sure
looking at the time. Here's Nick Kosick up this near sideline. He's eventually going to be worked and angled to the near side, and it's kicked away from him. Throw in for Jake Berry. He gets it to Kosick. Heel pass back to Berry. Service is in, and the bicycle attempt is up in the air, and Verton's there with relative ease. Good little attempt there, though, from your Steamboat squad. Trying to display some extra something, I guess. Dalenfloor scoops the ball up.
Extra panache.
That's exactly what I was looking for. That's why we bring you on and keep you on, Chris. 12:50 left here in first half play. 1-0 the score. Sailors are down to the Centaurus Warriors. They're left to right on the radio dial. And, of course, you can tune in online at steamboatradio.com. Jake Berry is going to be the first man to this ball. He was deciding whether or not he had to kick this out, and eventually does, but he's able to turn it upfield at least somewhat. So the throw-in will be coming back a few yards. And we've got 3 or 4 new players coming on for this Centaurus squad with their first taste of action on the evening.
It's like Cole's warming up down there, getting ready to come in for somebody. Probably a few minutes away.
On the ensuing toss, it's going to be worked back to the outside. That's Garcia who made the throw. Intercepted on the pass, though, as Kevin Castor got in the lane. Nick Kosick then lost the ball. He challenges. He's got to be wary of that when he was behind the player. But he does keep it
Nick is just
clean.
all over the place. He will not stop.
He wants to score today. It's going to be worked back to Omi. Omi is going to look upfield, decides on that far sideline, settled there, and working around players looks to be Gabe Davis. Davis into the middle of the field. He finds Connell. Progressed along further to Kevin Castor, and Castor's going to work it to Burskins. He's got time and space. He tried to swing it outside to Lopez.
Not quite enough on it.
Yeah, not quite there, but again, this is his first game action on the year.
Well,
so
it's the right idea for sure. I think his game timing might be just a touch off, and how hard to kick that ball to get it out to his teammate, but it was the right idea.
Jake Berry gets subbed out, and in is Cole Puckett for his first taste of action here on the professional pitch. 11:05 to go. You'll have to ask him how the grass was. 1-0 score. Warriors still on top here in this high school classic. And the throw-in comes. It worked its way into the top of the 18. Settled here by Steamboat. Swung outside. Here's Nick Kosick. He tries to get by a defender but can't. And then gets bodied off by two different white jerseys. Taken by the Warriors. Worked up the near sideline. Right over the head of his intended target. And great hustle from Sam Brown. He gets a head on that ball and is able to clear it across the near sideline. Throw-in for Centaurus, but it does allow for Steamboat to get back at it. Now Brown took a swing at that ball and connected with the leg there of Christian Rice.
I think that was a payback for the elbow he got on the previous play.
Now here comes the service. It's in and then headed out by Omi. And a long ball attempt from, that's the man bun himself, C.J. Himmel.
That is an aggressive man bun. It almost looks like an antenna of some sort. Probably gets good reception.
We'll see if he's tuned in to 98.9 and listening as well, because he very well may pick it up from the transmitter we have back on top of Emerald.
And he may be able to learn something. I know we're on a bit of a delay, probably 15-second delay.
There you have it.
He could get a little feedback on what happened 15 seconds ago.
He gets the coaching right there on the field. Here is a goal kick for Ian Dalenfloor. The official had to make sure that goal was set. 10:02 on the clock, and we restart it now with the whistle. 1-0 score, and we're ticking down to the tail end here of this first half. Nice hustle from Cole Puckett, and he got it upfield in play. Headed along by Kosick, worked right back the other way by the Warriors. Fighting for it now is Quinn Connell. Kosick in there as well. Here's Connell in the middle of a company, and he's going to get free. Shakes and bakes. Here's Quinn Connell. He touches it along, looking for Bowman, who just stumbled, and now a chance from range. Kevin Castor doesn't like what he saw, and he's going to try and just work right by, but eventually gets tackled away from him, and it's taken right back by Centaurus. Foot race here, and Brown right there again. Great slide from Sam Brown, and he gets all ball on that and sends it to the near sideline. But good-looking play there for a moment from Quinn Connell. Now at the near side, Centaurus fighting for it. Swung out to the foot there of Nunez. Sorry, that's Garcia. Collisions again, and Brown is just going toe-to-toe right here with Rice.
Four is equally, if not more, concerned with hitting the other player first before he plays the ball, but I think we see that a lot at this level of soccer.
Now, man goes down. It's Quinn Connell. Still tries to play it while the other guys didn't even want to let him up easily. And here's Garcia. Touches this one back. There's Nunez. Nunez works it to the middle of the pitch. His pass, though, intercepted by Burskins. Couldn't go upfield with that. Instead, it's Nunez once more. Turns and through ball intercepted by Castor, but a miscommunication from Steamboat. And now they'll fight for it on the near side, and Gabe Davis steps in. Got wrapped up.
And held right in front of the ref, and I guess holding's okay now.
And so a throw-in coming for Steamboat. Cole Puckett's going to take this one, and he will toss this into Burskin, settles it with the chest, and now runs it down and slides, making the play, finding Omi. 8:04 left in half one. 1-0 score. Centaurus is on top, and the ball worked into the big circle. Fighting for it there, both squads, but a good interception from Sam Brown again. We don't say it enough since the beginning of the year, but I really like what the next few years have in store for this Steamboat Sailor soccer team.
Yeah, they look at the bulk of their team as a kind of a junior-sophomore mix. No freshmen out there in the field tonight, and they're only losing, well, I guess if you include if you include Will, that was a good shot there, a good opportunity for Centaurus, but Dalen Floor got there in time. Looks like he might have been shook up a little bit. But it looks like with that bulk of the team being sophomore and junior, you do think that there's a chance we could have a good run here for the next couple of years.
Dalen Floor looks as though he may have just gotten that ball right in the sternum. 7:21 left. He is going to regain his feet and still may have gotten the wind knocked out of him as well. But he's going to work this upfield, and the clock will resume with the big kick. 1-0 score, 7:21 on that clock and ticking down in half number 1. Kicked out to the near sideline and into the stands. Souvenir. Now the toss comes. Bowman didn't even see that defender coming in as he was locked in on the ball. Comes to the outside. Bowman has it along the goal line. He's always so dangerous from there. Fires a service attempt and doesn't quite get it where he wanted it to go. Now a throw-in once more from the near side for your Steamboat Sailors. Jevin Hovey's making his first appearance in this one. From Dick's Sporting Goods Park, he'll check in. Burskins is out. But you got to say, for the time that Will wasn't able to play out there, he got some good opportunities. And he also looks like he could shake some rust off. Chance for Kosick. He was trying to volley it out of the air. Couldn't quite get a hold of that one. And now it'll be Kevin Castor fighting for it. Taken by Omi as Castor gave it to him. Omi's going to work it to Lopez. And they're challenging, and the service comes. It bounces free in the 6 and will be cleared out and not quite across that sideline. Sliding play from Castor. He got it back to his man. Give and go play there from Castor to Omi. Now it's Lopez once more. Worked in. And here's a play to Castor. He's got space and then just got shut off there in a hurry. And he also lost his shin guard.
Trying to work in some tight spaces there amongst a lot of defense, but definitely put some pressure on them there. And it's good to see Dalen Floor got a little pressure taken off of him, and the momentum has switched the other way.
Dalen Floor still looking like he's not quite right. He's kind of bent over, and he was grasping at his sternum and his chest there for a second just a moment ago.
Cruz Erickson has been great in goal this year. I'm sure if he needs to be spelled for a bit, that Cruz could provide some good relief there.
I do just have a feeling, and I didn't hear anything on it, but I have a feeling they might just, want to share the experience of playing at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And I don't think that there's much of a drop-off between the two. I mean, both really solid goalkeepers.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ball worked across the sideline. Throw-in's going to come from about 3 feet off that end line for this Centaurus squad. Far side of the pitch. It's worked into Rice. He's going to get free, but the attempted clear, and this will be a corner as Gabe Davis wasn't quite able to reach it, and Rice kind of forced the issue as well. Corner from the far side. Your Sailors left to right on the radio dial here, but now, after applying a lot of pressure, going to have to really stand up and make a good defensive play. Another service attempt to the far side. The initial one from the corner wasn't going to go. Chance at a shot, and Dalen Floor scoops it up with ease. So that one, not too bad. One hop there. Bowman was in the vicinity, couldn't quite chase it down. Worked the other way, and the Warriors try to attack here with just about 4:20 left in this first half. Hello, Colorado. Going to be worked to the middle of the pitch now. This is Fernando Ruiz. He winds and fires. He scored one today and was looking for more. Kevin Castor, though, one of a number of bodies that got in his way, and Castor holds on to his man for a quick second, but that's going to just be overlooked by the official. Now here again come the Warriors. Fancy footwork on display, but eventually Nunez ran out of space, and a clearing attempt only so far. Shot is going to go well wide, and a goal kick coming up for Ian Dalen Floor and company.
Who's number 11 on Centaurus?
That is Toby Rubenfeld.
I think he's probably one of the best players out on the field tonight. He looks like a really good player. Really puts that ball in the right spot on the foot of his teammates to try to get those opportunities. And it looks like if he got one himself, he might be dangerous.
Here's Quinn Connell, one of the more pure strikers for your Sailors. He's going to be fouled there, and so a free kick for Steamboat. Connell will take this and fakes it. I mean, I don't think he was even going to take it, but the Centaurus player kind of kicked it his way. And Connell decides to switch the pitch to the far side of this field here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Denver, Colorado. Worked Omi. Outside now, he finds Davis. Steps away from a defender, gets Omi once more. Cuts to the middle of the pitch, gets dispossessed. Good tackle there from the Warriors, but great hustle on display from Kosick, though he wasn't able to quite chase that one down, and he will have to rearrange his shin guards. And now Nunez tried the through ball on the finesse play, couldn't get it to his man. It's Quinn Connell the other way for Steamboat. He goes for a long ball, headed down there by the defense. Good job from this Warriors squad. Worked to the middle of the field once more. Kevin Castor was there, worked up to Daniel Lopez, and Lopez takes up the left wing, trying to attack up that left wing. Gets around a defender. He's still got the ball. Lopez cuts in, and he's going to try and get free of a defender and eventually bodied off. They're going to say that's a good play, and a goal kick coming up for Verton. So this official's letting him play out there. I don't know that it's been anything that's too egregious, but I know that a lot of officials in other areas may have called some of those back. But I like that it's going both sides. He's letting both of them kind of play here.
Yeah, I think the shoulder-to-shoulder is always legal when the elbow leaves the body and, causes the other player to move a lot. Usually that's a sign that there was a foul committed. But I think these guys do quite a bit of elbowing and pushing before they concentrate on soccer. But they're also highly skilled when they've got the ball by themselves or where they're moving the ball. Good to see our defense stopping this one, I think. He had just got through everybody to take that shot.
Nunez just went through about 5 guys. He called for the handball, and I think Cole may have been pretty dang close, maybe a hair's width away from touching that one because he had gone down defensively trying to make a play at that. But good job from the Sailors not letting that in. Not so good of a job of letting him in as far as they came. Now it's right back the other way. Players colliding, go down, cleared up, and again, that's just a soccer play here on the evening. It's going to be pushed back to Dalen Floor. Under a minute to go now in this first half. It's 1-0. Centaurus in the lead, and the Warriors pushing once more. Worked up the far side. That's offsides, and that infraction will bring it back. Dalen Floor is going to have to work it upfield here. Half a minute left.
Well, it's a really evenly played game after that first goal. It's unfortunate we're down 1-0 coming into the half, but basically two pretty evenly matched teams here.
A chance at the late stages. Dalen Floor makes another big save. And with 10 seconds on the clock, he just decides to throw this one right up the middle of the pitch. Quinn Connell settles it. And he'll just launch this one downfield, and that will, or should at least, bring us to the horn. That's it. First half is in the books. 1-0 the score here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And we will step away for a brief moment and be back with the second half of action. For Chris Buck, and I'm Vlad Chase. And this is your Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer on the Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also heard and watched on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
That first goal, I think it was number 4, pushed Sam down from behind.
Yeah.
And then they get to go on. I mean, and then his hand left. I mean, he actually pushed him off. I mean, they're not supposed to do that in this game, but apparently they know what they can get away with.
All right, you can stop recording just for half, you know? I mean, it's still. You'll be out here in a couple years, Jackson? Yeah. I'm sure they'll do it again in 2 years. Oh, look, highlight.
You guys had the wind bowl earlier. The wind out there? You should have seen it.
This is freaking sweet. Like, got the highlights going?
Yeah. You should have seen how windy it was out there for their game.
That was insane.
I mean,
even driving in, like, it's just, oh, wow.
I don't even know if it's blowing. I guess it is still blowing, but it was bad earlier. A lot less wind in the stadium, that's for sure. What do you think? What's your call? Are they going to catch up? Think they're going to score finally? They're putting some pressure and getting some shots, but their defense is good too. Centaurus defense is good. Do we get, not that we need it, we're watching the game, but I wonder if that plays what the scoreboard's playing. Closed circuit. Just regular TV.
Turn the out game on, dude. Yes. Yes.
Is that altitude?
Yeah.
How'd they do last night?
They won. They're 4-1, dude.
Really? They better this year, huh?
Oh, yeah.
They were terrible last year. They get a new coach or what?
No, they got the same coach. They've got like 13 new players though, so that's it.
Better, I guess.
Yeah, they're a lot better. Hey, do us a favor. Come, let's take a picture of that.
Steamboat can score, it'll be a good game.
879-1515. Russell's Auto Salon. 879-1515. Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight.
That's just what's on the radio right now. So we're just listening to the radio station. It's on ads right now. Whatever they're doing, all the ads for your station. And then whatever other programming might be on, like they might have they might be doing a hockey transmission, and then we'll cut it off and we'll go back to our game. Switch. What do you like studying? What do you think you're going to do when you're older? Study viruses? That's nice. Make some kids or something. What's your parents do? chance for you? You have a choice if you want to do run lines. Ball runner. Okay. But the benefit of being down there ball running is that you just get down on the grass, right around. Oh, did you? That's good, huh? It's amazing grass, isn't it? Compared to the field outside. I saw you out here earlier. Playing with Marcel Bravo. He used to play for the Rapids. He was on the U.S. World Cup team, 3 World Cups. He had his 50th birthday here earlier. We were talking about it earlier. I don't know if the pictures are online. So tired. And I already pulled my calf. It was over. Almost 50 years old. You don't play anymore?
Yeah, buddy. Thank you.
Senior caster.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park, where your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team is just about set for second half action right here from the greater Denver area. And Chris Puckett is joining me up here in the press box, the actual press box here, huh? It's pretty official up here, no messing around from Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
We're in the actual press box at Steamboat too, aren't we? When we?
Well, I mean, it's a different view when you're as close to the field as we are there, versus up here. It's almost tougher. You can't even tell where the ball is. It's like, is that on the ground or is that 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, it's different depth perception for sure.
It's been a pretty.
But what a view up here!
It's been pretty great. Definitely enjoying it. Wind is coming in. Obviously, this actually got delayed a little bit because of the wind to start things off. I think they started 10 minutes later because there was quite a bit of action outside the stadium. Your Steamboat Sailors right now, they're down 1-0 to the Centaurus Warriors squad. What do they have to do to get back into it in half number 2?
They're just going to have to get some offensive opportunities where they get a chance to settle that ball. I think doing some more passes on the ground so that the ball's in a place or a time, in space where they can control it and take a better shot. They were trying to take shots out of the air. A lot of balls bouncing all over the place. But I think they're doing the right things, and I think they actually may have had more chances or just as many chances. It just turns out that Centaurus had a great shot early in the game, right off the bat, and was able to step into a good shot there and get it past our goalkeeper. But the rest of the game was really evenly played, and I think we'll have our chances again second half. So as long as they can finish one, we'll be going to overtime, or hopefully we can get 2. I know Murphy's going to be eager to get one in there, stay on pace for that record.
And I stand corrected, my man. Ian Dalen Floor is still in there. So I was off on my assumption. But here's Kevin Caster. He goes back to Omi. Omi steps away from one attack player for Centaurus, but he ended up with the ball, and so the Warriors trying to come out quickly here and get something in the early moments of the second half and add to their already 1-0 lead. 39:37 left, so just 20 seconds and change into this one. It's going to be Burskins who starts the second half. And it looks as though they're going to toss him in that left center back role, at least for a moment. He was filling in, actually, it looks like, with Omi. Now Jake Berry takes this one, works it back, gets it on the give-and-go play. I think that was Gabe Davis who we did a little pitch and catch with. And now Berry challenging far side. He got the last touch on that ball, and it does come free across the sideline. Back into play immediately with the throw-in, and teams jockey for possession here. Ball worked up far side. Brown is going to be beat to that loose 50-50 ball, but eventually it'll be the Sailors who take this, and Jake Berry looks upfield, trying to find an opening, and will cut one away from a defender, gets it over to Quinn Connell, and Connell just touches one back now to Castor. Castor to Berry in the middle of the pitch. Back outside to Castor near side. Up quickly to Connell, but the man got the jump on the ball for the Warriors. And they're going to work it upfield near side. It'll be taken by Christian Rice. He sends one in. He's got Fernando Ruiz. And a great slide from Sam Brown. And it'll be kicked out by Dalen Floor. But Ruiz trying to perhaps get a little bit of a call there as he stayed on the ground for a little bit of time. But great job from Sam Brown. He's done really well when he's slid to make sure he's got an all ball.
Yep, and that's actually it's a really good defensive play. I think there's some refs that may have called that in the favor of the offense that we've seen so far this year, but that was absolutely the correct call to let that one go because he did get all ball. Although the guy from Centaurus has learned that if you stay down on the ground, you might get the call. So there was some acting going on there.
We are going to have a throw-in for Steamboat on the near side. Avalanche are down 1-0 and headed to the penalty kill as Kerfoot got a call. We may or may not have that up here in the press box, currently on the TV. I'm not going to confirm or deny these rumors. Work to the backside. There's Will Burskins once more. Hello again to Charlie if you're still tuned in from Boston. I believe it's Boston. He's over there on the East Coast. It's going to be a throw-in now far side of the field. This one to be taken by Centaurus. Warriors with the long ball attempt. That gets by one Steamboat defender. But Brown just bodies his man off, earns a goal kick for Steamboat, and it'll be Dalen Floor who will just set this one up to the far side of his 6. I am curious as to what the verdict is. I'm going to have to reach out to Coach Bowman and see kind of what happened with Cruz after his incredible start to the year. Because Dalen Floor may have just earned it through practice, perhaps.
Yeah, because you typically don't see someone take over a starting position when the starter's done nothing to have it taken in a game situation, but we don't see what's going on in the practices, and it could be that he had some amazing practices, or another possibility is that maybe Cruz just got hurt somehow and isn't good to play right now.
Worked up field. Here's Murphy Bowman. He's going to head it along to Daniel Lopez. There was an earlier opportunity from a corner kick that was unsuccessful for Centaurus. Lopez is going to get tackled off the ball. Maharez works it upfield, and the long service is into the 18, and with ease, that is going to be scooped up by Dalen Floor. Punted away back to the midfield line, but it's going to be an errant header from Centaurus. Earned throw, for your Sailors. Work to the outside once more, and that was Quezada who got it to Brown upfield now, and a long ball intercepted by Burskins. He's in the big circle. Burskins comes to the near side, and he'll go for through and almost had it. And you can see just the different type of dynamic that Burskins is going to bring to this soccer team, especially shoring up that middle if he ends up playing the midfield. And, of course, we know how apt he is to play some real solid defense as well. Here comes an attack from Christian Rice. Oh, the proof. Backdoor play, big save from Dalen Floor. He went from right to left in a hurry, and he's able to make a big stop for your Sailors. Omi goes back to Dalen Floor. Works it to the near side, settled by Kevin Castor. Castor works it up. You can see that there is quite a bit more fatigue that kind of starts to settle in here because of that bigger pitch that these guys are not quite used to playing on. Do you know by any chance what the different sizes of fields are?
No, I don't.
I mean, it looks bigger. Is that just from being a little further away from it, or is it? I mean,
I don't know if it's longer, but I definitely feel like it's wider.
Okay,
it definitely looks wider. Probably 5 to 10 yards.
Quick shout out to North Carolina and one Mr. Casey Barnett, who's finally able to tune in once again here on SteamboatRadio.com. You can watch this live stream.
Is he weighing in on dimensions?
No, but I hope to get a text soon. He was weighing in on some of the verbiage that I decided to utilize. Long, big booming kick from the man bun. Opportunity for Fernando Ruiz. He's in. He shoots. Oh, huge save there from Dalen Floor. Right off of his noggin, but it stays out. And now a ball fought for, and players collided and went down. Foul called. We'll see who gets this free kick as players from both sides were colliding.
Boy, Cruz may have to come in anyway if he's ready to play, or maybe they're going to have to ask Murphy to come on and play some goalie. And if Cruz isn't here, it's because he can't play. If there's something going on there with an injury or something, it looks like Murphy's being asked to go back and play goalie. And like I said, based on Cruz's performance in goalie so far this year, it must be an injury, because if he's not even available here to take to be second string, there's a problem with his ability to play.
So the training and medical staff both work out to the field here. And
there's Cruz getting his stuff on.
So we'll see what happens here. Erickson donning the uniform once more for your Steamboat Sailors. 33:51 left here. A 1-0 game. Centaurus with the lead against your Steamboat Sailors. And really, they've been pushing play for the better part of this first little bit of half two. It is wider, you're correct. It's the same length, but it is wider. I mean, I appreciate it, Casey, but we wanted some specific dimensions, like down to the inch. So Dalen Floor getting helped off. Never a good sight to see. He got that right in the face, unfortunately. It's only 6 to 8 yards wider. So it must be, too, that we're just we're higher up.
What did I guess, 5 to 10 yards wider?
No, I think you guessed 5 to 9. So, I mean, you're right there, man. You're right there.
Yeah, I gave it a little bit wider range just in case.
So Dalen Floor shaken up, and in comes Cruz Erickson for your Steamboat Sailors.
We're going to do some concussion protocol here.
They're going to have to. Like I said, I mean, he was
the
just
line.
That was right off of his face, and he didn't know. So there's no opportunity for him to even put his hands up, because he was coming out to challenge Fernando Ruiz, who got the only goal so far of the game, and all of a sudden he just gets it right in the noggin. We are going to have the whistle and a resumed clock that counts down. Free kick for your Sailors is going to turn into an offensive possession for a moment at least. Here's Jake Berry. He tries to head it by a defender, and eventually it's worked to the sideline, and Berry is going to be called for a push there. So foul and a free kick now.
That was a good call by the ref. Hopefully they'll make some good calls the other way here too.
Worked up field, players challenging for this. Comes free to the near side as Centaurus tries to come up with some possession. Great job there from Burskins, and he's just going to loft this one to the man bun. And Satellite Man cannot come up with it. Here's Bowman, double teamed, knocked down to the ground, and he's not happy with the no call. Worked up field again, Kevin Castor fighting for it. There's Burskins now. Players again collide. And a foul and a free kick. This one is going against Centaurus.
Be nice to see Will kind of do what Charlie did a while back. I don't think this goalie's expecting a shot at all. It's about the same distance that Charlie put his in.
Now they're bringing it back. It might be 4 feet longer.
Yeah, I doubt that Will's going to try to shoot this one on goal, but he's got the foot to get it in a nice position for our forwards to take advantage of a good opportunity here.
7 guys really in the vicinity. Here's the service. It's in, and there's Bowman. Big save. Rebound. Free. Oh, it's tucked over the goal. Jason Omi had it on the doorstep, and it came right to his right foot. But a huge, huge missed opportunity from Steamboat, and Omi knows it.
Leaning back when he kicked. That's the classic mistake. But, hey, it's got to be exciting and tough to keep your wits about you when you got open goal in Dick's Sporting Goods Park. I would only have to be able to guess.
So, resumed play here off the ensuing goal kick. It's going to be worked by Centaurus. Warriors trying to attack up the right wing, but it looks as though there's another foul called and a free kick coming up now for the Warriors. And that's the one fine line that you really are walking as an official when you let things go early on, then sometimes both sides are happening here. A few more fouls early on.
The antenna with a good service in, but taken by a Steamboat defender off the head and out. We'll get another corner kick coming. But the antenna showed some pretty good placement there.
He's got the finesse for it, huh? That's what you're trying to tell me here? Service coming from the far side. Sailors are right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 98.9, and the ball served into the 18, but a nice job from Steamboat to clear this one. As Jake Berry fires it up, he's got Bowman marked up immediately, tackled away from him, and Bowman wraps up his man, takes him down. That definitely should have been a call. Bowman kind of reached his arm out there and got away with one.
Yeah, when Murphy doesn't get justice with the refs, he usually takes his own justice out.
Self-policing. Sounds like a hockey thing. Here it is at the midfield line. Daniel Lopez, he's able to tackle it away from one man. Lopez up the near side. Things starting to get a little bit more chippy, if you can call it that. Handball played from Castor, and it looks as though that's going to be a free kick for Centaurus.
Really hope we can get another opportunity again this game. We need to get that pressure on that goalie. I don't think it's impossible to get one by him if they can step into a good shot.
They just proved that. They had a great opportunity. Omi just a little bit unfortunate in getting too many laces under the ball. Now going to be cleared out to the area of the ball boy. And that'll bounce around in the stands up there, and he's going to have to chase it down.
Oh, perfect cross, but nobody home. I don't really understand that. When you've got a guy in the corner, you should move up with him. But anyway, that was a great cross. One of those opportunities you wish you could take back and get some people up there to support.
Jesse Burton with a big booming kick. And it's going to be taken by Quezada, who has been moved to the back line. Immediate throw-in after Quezada cleared it out of the danger area. And in trots Nunez. He goes 1-on-3. Good defense from Burskins. Didn't bite on the pass there. And it's going to be worked to Lopez near sideline. Keeps it in play with one touch. Gets away from him, though, and it's going to be taken and fired upfield. 1-0 the score. Centaurus on top of your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer squad. 28:42 left in the game. And it will be the Warriors with possession once again.
Tight play, but the Warriors, Quinn Connell just had a pretty solid nutmeg that drew some ooze from the crowd. We're getting the possession back, though. It'd be nice to see us maintain some possession for a little bit. We do have it here off the throw-in to Lopez, and a good kick into the middle to Quinn. If you just take it the other way, but
overran it
got
almost.
Caught up on him a little bit, and now we're switching the field out to Barry, who misses the trap and lets it go out of bounds.
Tough with these guys because it sometimes can get into the head when you have the chances that they have throughout the game and you're still unable to put one home. In hockey, you start to grip the sticks. In soccer, it just gets a little bit mental. You got to just stick with the game plan because Steamboat, for the better portion of that first half, really seemed to have the upper hand in terms of chances. Been a little bit more balanced here in the first, 12 and a half minutes of play in half number 2. Still 1-0 though. Centaurus has the lead. Steamboat needs a goal.
I mean, these front-range teams, when we tied Mullen earlier in the year, that was, I wouldn't say a moral victory, and our guys want to win every game, but that does show that we're doing well as a program to compete with these 4A teams in Denver, and Centaurus no different that way. Probably bigger populations of soccer players to draw on, but our guys are playing well.
Warriors work from the near side. It's inside the Steamboat 18. Services in, and the one-touch play over the head of Erickson, and so it will be a goal kick coming up now. And substitutions on both sides as Nick Kosick will come back into the game in lieu of Daniel Lopez, who will check out and have a little bit of a break. I'm sure that's not the end of the night for Lopez, though. One of the big players for your Steamboat Sailors. Erickson's going to kick this one away with 26:48 left here in this second and final half of play. In Dallas, your Avs are down 1-0 with 11:03 to go in the second period. just in case you're wondering. It's going to be a service into the 18 again. Goes over the head of Nunez. Gets free, and out is Erickson. And they are going to say that went across the end line completely. And so that's going to be a corner kick coming up. A shout-out here to Jackson, who's doing the camera work, doing a phenomenal job for us.
He is keeping the camera on the action. I'm assuming he's recorded, and you can see this.
It is going to be seen. A shot from long range blocked out, but the big thing is it's not warm out there. So, he's definitely a little frigid. Now here's Nick Kosick up the left wing. Kosick just didn't have the first touch he would have liked on that ball. Eventually chased down.
Too bad. He burned up some energy on that one, but like you said, it just didn't come off his foot out in front of him the way he would have liked to see and went back to the defender, but great run on nevertheless, and almost the opportunity he was looking for. Definitely making those defenders burn some energy, too, to watch him. The speed of he and Bowman together do put pressure on a defense.
I'm looking forward next Thursday because Kosick wasn't there against Battle Mountain, and about the evening to just shake some rust off in terms of game speed, pace, and what you need to do for passes like you kind of talked about earlier in half one. Here's a chance for Nunez trying the outside. It's going to be kicked away from him by a sliding Quinn Connell, but Nunez at least earns his team another corner kick. And I'm not sure what the numbers are exactly, but a lot of the corners, in fact, all the corners this game have gone to Battle Mountain, the Centaurus Warriors. We haven't had one yet.
I don't think we have had one yet.
Low service this time. Going to be cleared out. Took a second effort, but it got there. Not out of the danger, though, as of yet. Here's Kosick. He chased it down, kept it in play. Great hustle from Nick Kosick. And now it's going to be taken by the Warriors. Once more, touch to the middle of the pitch. Now Alejo Quezada near sideline. Takes it, nutmegs a man with a pass to Kosick. Kosick into the middle of the pitch, looking for a soft spot. Couldn't find Kevin Castor. And the ball eventually works free, and Burskins will settle it, finding Erickson, who's out at the top of the 18 here. On our brother station, we do have Wranglers hockey on KBWZ 100.5. Wranglers are up 1-0 early in period number 1 against the Breckenridge Bolts. And in case you're wondering, I'm headed right back up the mountain tomorrow early, and we'll be getting in for that noon matinee matchup in a 3-game set. Kind of a rare thing this season, but it's going to happen twice, and one of them is tomorrow against Breckenridge for the Wranglers. So if you're tuned in now, it's pretty good.
Do you chili dogs when you're there watching those?
No, but we've got we may or may not have adult beverages, adult soda pops. You know what I mean? So back to soccer here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. It's a pretty good time though.
That's legal at the Wrangler games.
They may have some specific licenses for that. Yes.
Well, since most of our listeners are parents and grandparents, it's okay to talk about.
Yes, we have.
Oh, here we
go! And Bowman slides. Oh. Huge play from Jesse Vernon, who looks to be shaken up on the play, and that's unfortunate. The Sailors were still coming on here. What happens on this? Now Verton recovers his feet. So is this a free kick now for Steamboat then?
I don't know how this goes.
How does that shake out?
I guess it is a free kick. Sometimes they drop the ball. It looks like they're going to give him a free kick. And that was as good an opportunity as they're going to see. Murphy would have had to chip that ball over the defender, and it would have gone right to Omi. What an opportunity.
Here's Bowman, set play, dangerous area. Players are up, but it's cleared out. Hits off of some heads that have jumped, and the 18 now Brown's up there. And Warriors are going to be tackled as a number of those red jerseys were upfield for the set play, and now it goes over the head of Brown, and a chance, one-on-one. Here's the breakaway shot. Nice save from Erickson. He's got to recover, though. It's not over yet. Great tackle from Brown. Unbelievable stop for Cruz Erickson. And he's into the game in a big way here for your Steamboat Sailors. Ball comes free, and Brown now goes down. And he's going to be slow to return as he may hold on to his head a little bit here. And it's a chance into the 18. And finally, Omi is going to leave it off for Cruz Erickson. And Brown is hanging on to his head here. So that's not good. The second guy that we've seen holding his head, and Sam Brown is one who really has gotten up quickly beforehand, and he's really slow to his feet here.
He's been really, really aggressive tonight, and he was good with his speed to get out in front. I don't think that was a dirty play to knock him down. I think he kind of got himself in front of the train or a Mack truck there with a full head of steam and went down. I don't know that it was the other player's fault, but he did go down hard for sure, and Dylan Worrell's coming back in to replace him. It's going to be nice to see Dylan out there with Will and see what they do together with all the other guys out there. Quinn in the midfield with Dylan is a pretty good way to help secure the midfield. And Sam's been just tremendous in his defense today.
He has. He's been flying, and he, as we talked on earlier, has done so well when he slid, which he's done a number of times, to get all ball and not get a foul, because there's been times when it's been dangerously close. If he'd fouled, it would have been a good opportunity to set play. But
he tried to head that ball on that last play that just got over his head, and that's what you always worry about is the last line of defense, is getting that, going for a ball, not getting it, and then leaving that goalie one-on-one with the forward, which usually doesn't work out too well for the defense, but with Cruz making just a great move on that and coming out in time, what a great stop that was.
Dylan Worrell very nearly carded on that, I believe. Official was up there quick, but takes his man down, and this is going to be a really big defensive time for your Sailors. They're going to put a 3-man wall in front of this free kick. Again, if you're joining us, they're right to left on the radio dial here. 21 minutes left in the game. 1-0 score Centaurus. Free kick coming up. Now 4-man wall in front of this. And it looks to be Nunez who is going to be the kicker. Steps into it, lets it fly, and that's wide. And so, by the wayside, Erickson sets up quickly. And we'll just let this one rip. He comes up this left wing.
Oh, he just got it around.
Too quick,
around
though.
Quezada and wasn't able to maintain possession.
Throw in now, going to be taken by Noah Davis, and Davis gets it in. Heel pass intercepted, kicked it up into the stands by Alejo Quezada. Another toss for Centaurus. It's Nunez to take this one, works it into the middle of the pitch, and clearing attempt from Burskins, not going to go. Hits off bodies. Now Jake Berry touches it into a soft spot. Chased down by Worrell. He's going to be tackled off the ball. And it's worked outside to Noah Davis once again. Davis steps up, makes a pass, finds Nunez, winds and fires. Nunez high and wide with that shot into the stands. And another goal kick coming up as ball's coming on. There's 3 balls on the field now. Are we going to play with it? Both ball boys getting to their duties very quickly. And the shot ended up bouncing back onto the pitch as well. This ball will be worked up by Erickson. Settled with the right leg of Connell. Worked back to Puckett, who's checked into the game for your Sailors. And now it's fired up. That's Cole Puckett, because Cooper has been playing at times for varsity. Do have to clarify that one. Worked up again by Centaurus, though. Services to nobody. And that will end up going across the end line. And a goal kick now for Cruz Erickson once again with just 19:11 left here in the half. So what do you think so far, Chris?
I think it's like we hoped. They got the opportunity, really great opportunity early with the open goal. It just didn't go in, and then with the next one where they had 2 guys pouring in and looked like they had another chance, but the goalie came out with good timing, got there just in time to steal that one from Murphy before he could knock that in the back of the net. So we've had probably the more dangerous opportunities other than that great stop, maybe 2-1 on dangerous opportunities, where Cruz stopped the one for them. But we've had 2 really good ones, and I think it's been like we'd hoped. You just need opportunities in this game. They don't always work out for you, but if you're going to tie it up, we're going to need a couple more.
Here's Dylan Worrell trying to lead the charge on those opportunities that you spoke of. Not able to get it. Errant pass, and now another one to the far side from Centaurus, though, is going to turn into a throw-in now for Steamboat from the far side of the field. 18 minutes on the clock, 1-0 score, Sailors down. Off the toss comes back to Davis. He gets around 1 man. Now it's going to be worked out of bounds again. Another throw for Steamboat. Gabriel Davis over to take it. He's got an open Dylan Worrell. He's just going to body a man and sends it to the near side looking for Castor. Gets away from him. Cole Puckett gets ahead on the ball. Now it'll be slung and slowed down by Noah Davis. Finds his mark in C.J. Himmel. And then gets to the foot eventually of Ethan Mischel. Mischel worked up to Nunez. Nunez across that offensive half line. And here he comes with time and space to work with. Nunez fires. Big save again from Erickson and no rebound. Cruz Erickson with a number of big saves here in this one as we come down the stretch with just 17:20 left. And it's going to be a Sailors ball. Jake Berry takes this one, works into the big circle, finding Kevin Castor. Slung up now to Quinn Connell, gets around a man. Connell touches back to Jason Omi, who had overrun his position on the field, and Omi's going to have to backtrack. Goes to Cole Puckett with the left foot, he settles. Goes over the head of one man, settled by the antenna man. Swung out to the near side. Now it's going to be taken by Centaurus and ripped up to the midfield line. Good interception on the ball there from Gabe Davis, has help from Jake Berry. And Barry will just dump this one deep in the Warriors' half. However, Centaurus is going to get this right back and send it upfield. And now Jake Berry once more fighting for it, extended his arms on that, and will get whistled down, foul, and a free kick.
It's hard not to, but those things in late in the game when the time's running down and you need to score, they're just not helpful. But it looks to me like their defense is susceptible to our offense if we can get it up through there. Centaurus' midfield is quite good. Rosenfeld or Rosenblatt or whatever his name is, he's good, number 11. Some of those guys in there are hard to beat, but we have been getting some opportunities. Sometimes when we have the ball, it gets kind of caught up in our offensive guys' feet, and they have a hard time getting that one-on-one opportunity, but we've had a couple good ones. We just need a couple more.
We'll see what happens here. Steamboat is attacking once more. Dylan Worrell swings it in, finds Omi. Omi is going to have to wait for an official. Now he goes for a long ball. He was kicking it back to the Charlie Burskin shot there, but it ends up going
an Omi shot. Omi's had a couple from long range this year. I figure with the success rate he's had, you got to try one or two a game, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's Jesse Verton setting up near side of his goal. Now leaves it off. And the antenna man, C.J. Himmel, gives it to his defensive partner on the far side of the pitch. Worked up that far sideline. Fought for and worked to the middle of the field now. Burskins and Omi converge. And defensively, the Sailors get a stop. And it looks as though that will, however, turn into a throw-in for the boys in white. Quick toss from Centaurus. And in come the Warriors. Pass is right through Jake Berry. He got a touch on it. But it eventually does work to Noah Davis. Gives it right back to his man. Now Himmel is watching on as Max Vale gets a chance. Good job from Noah Davis. Putting his fancy footwork on display there. And another opportunity at offense here for Centaurus. Nunez gives it off. And there's the man you were talking about. Trying to open up a lane for himself, but Rubenfeld was denied. Now a shot is going to go wide.
Cruz with another good save.
Erickson's been big. 14:24 left. He had to reach up and punch that away with his right hand and did so successfully. 1-0 game, another corner kick coming. Service is up and headed out by Steamboat. Chance, though, from Noah Davis. He got the outside of his feet.
No chance.
Yeah, that one was not ever really close. Now a goal kick for Erickson. He's going to let this one fly. It'll be taken by Kosick, headed down to Puckett. Settled and gives it back to Omi. Omi with a little bit of a chip through. Headed upwards. Fought for by Steamboat. That was Connell. Now Barry's in there fighting for it as well. Ball comes free and it'll be worked up by Volley. And taken now by Bowman. And Murphy Bowman tries to escape but can't. But it looks as though that's a foul. Free kick coming up here.
Number 8 can't believe it from Centaurus. Here we go. This is the kind of thing that can set us up.
13:23 to go. Cole Puckett gets the feed off the restart. Sends it into Bowman. Tried for a little fancy play there. Now his pass intercepting the big circle.
Shot. Dangerous play.
Now here comes Centaurus. Intercepted on their feed by Cole Puckett. Taken right back by the Warriors, though. Fighting for positioning is Noah Davis. Gets away from Nick Kosick. Worked upfield now to Nunez. Nunez walking across to the middle of the pitch and sends one into the...
That's someone who needs to work on their left foot.
Side. You betcha. You betcha. Didn't even get it on frame. Now here comes McKinnon. Sorry. My bad. My bad on that one. It's going to be a goal kick for Cruz Erickson.
Is my bad a hockey term?
It's a Vladen term because too often that's the case, right? It's another shot. This one won't challenge too much in terms of Cruz Erickson's skill level. He'll knock it down, and we'll punt one away for your Steamboat Sailors. 12:22 left in the game. They need a goal, they being your Sailors. They're down by 1 to this Warriors team here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park, right to left on 98.9. And the latest I've heard, still that 1-0 score from the Howie Dome. Your Wranglers are beating Breckenridge after an early goal. Work to the near side now, settled by the right leg of Burskins. Burskins turns it upfield. He's going to go for a long pass here, finding Connell, touches back to Bowman, settles with the right leg, nutmegs a man, gets through, gets it to Connell. Connell now looking to open up a lane for somebody, but look at how many guys get back so quickly for this squad for Centaurus. Here's Worrell now. He's going to work through. That's why the space is so tight. And the real estate hard to come.
Letting them score. They're flooding their zone with defense and making it really tough. So Murphy's done his job to get a good opportunity here. See who gets to take this.
Bowman still on his hands and knees. And we know he's kind of been a little worse for wear recently. With some, I think he had some hip stuff that he was kind of dealing with. Or perhaps knee, I'm not sure. It was about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. So here we are with a free kick. Great opportunity. Omi is going to step in to take this one for your Sailor squad. 1-0 score. Under 11 minutes left in the game. Omi scored from this range before. He steps into this ball, going goal, but that's going to be blocked by the three-man wall in front of him. Omi does recover this one and will try to chip through. Intercepted and cleared out, though. And a foot race here now as Burskins going to leave off as Erickson's barreled over there. Are you kidding me? Stoppage in the clock, and that's going to draw a yellow card, I believe. That was absolutely uncalled for there.
Is that number 4?
That was Christian Rice.
Yep, he's been uncalled for all night.
And he does draw the yellow card.
Oh, he raises his fist at the ref, which usually would earn a red card. And now the ref is following him off. Maybe considering a red. I think he's just pulling his tablet out.
That was...
to write down Rice.
That was something else. 10:25 left here.
But Rice certainly one of those players who looks to make contact first before instead of looking to play the ball first. It's a style of play you see a lot.
Yeah.
Level. It's interesting. I did notice from watching a college hockey game when I was in high school back east, and then watching you were getting paid more probably.
Worked by Noah Davis. The swing kick didn't really go for anything. Worked up the field, and it's going to be a chance for Fernando Ruiz. He's into the 18. That's one fly. Big save. I think that Erickson got it. No, they're saying it was just sent over the goal frame. So good little bit of luck there. Ruiz got too many.
Unfortunately, Colt took a risk there, tried to reach his foot out there, and it got over his leg, led to the one-on-one there with the goalie. He had defenders next to him and just behind him, but he did have a good shot, good chance to step into one.
Ensuing kick, fought for by Barry, and now it's going to be taken by Centaurus. Quinn Connell marking up on him, gets help from Gabriel Davis. Warriors coming free. They've moved Burskins up front in an effort to get some offense. Here comes another chance for Centaurus. It's Ruiz again, steps around a man, shoots one that's into the stands once more. Another goal kick for
Well, he's getting some
Cruz
opportunities.
Erickson. He has been unsuccessful in even challenging Cruz Erickson, though, with all the chances that are compiling for him. Now this is Bowman. He's been moved back. Burskins up in his stead. 9 minutes on the clock, 1-0 game. Header comes up, and it'll be cleared out by Max Volley. And fighting for this one again, this is a Centaurus player.
Sam did great to hold off the guy holding him. So illegal, but he was holding him the whole way, and Sam fought it off and played the defense there. Got the ball back up into Steamboat, up into the offensive zone. That's just great defense by Sam there.
That's been his game. It was good to see him out there. I didn't even see him come back into the game. Quinn Connell now goes down, and an extended hand foul, free kick.
Yep. I don't know that Centaurus has actually been taught that rule, that you're not allowed to push, because they push first and they play second, although they've got a 1-0 lead.
From early in the first quarter, or first half.
They did a nice job on that shot. They didn't push that shot in, but they've been pushing everything else all game.
Burskins is going to step back to take this one. He's got a 3-man wall in front of him. And the whistle blows. Here is Burskins. Hits the man.
Two shots in a row right into the wall.
Left foot. Oh, and Barry was there but couldn't quite connect on it. And so we will have a goal kick coming up now.
Our good chances have been separated by 5 to 10 minutes here, so if we go off that, we've got time for one more great chance, and hopefully it'll work out.
And this is going to be taken again by C.J. Himmel, who lets one fly. Cole Puckett to head that down. Nick Kosick fighting for it as well. And now it's going to be worked up the near side. There is a sliding Bowman. Got all ball on that one. And it will go out, so
Bowman was there before he even the other player got there, and the guy tripped after Bowman kicked the ball away, and he wanted a call.
It will, however, be
a corner kick.
A corner.
Yeah, it's getting tense here, 1-0 in soccer. That's one of the great things about this game is the suspense builds in a tight game, and it go either way, and unfortunately we're on the other side of it right now. But if we can even that up, it's an all-new ball game, and it's one of the great things about this game. Going into overtime or going down to the last few minutes in a tied game would be really exciting. It is exciting now, but we want to, for Steamboat, certainly want to get one in there and make it more of a chance to win here.
Absolutely. I got distracted there again. I saw hockey on. I'm sorry. It's a little bit of a distraction for me here, Chris. Worked up field. It's going to be headed on by Jake Barry. Settled down by Quinn Connell. He's past the midfield line. Pass back to Gabriel Davis, though, is not going to connect. 6 minutes up on the clock. 1-0 score. Centaurus Warriors will toss this one in. And there's Rubenfeld, who gets it into the Steamboat half before it's cleared out by Sam Brown with authority. Another toss here, and challenging for it's Gabe Davis. Comes free, and a little bit of a misplay there from Centaurus. Throwing now for Steamboat. 5:44 to go. And apparently we're having some issues with our video, but not sure what that would be from our standpoint. We've got all green, so if you don't have video, I apologize. On SteamboatRadio.com, you can still listen to this one. Worked on the near side of the pitch, touched up. Nice little play there from the Warriors. And in a foot race, here comes the speedster Ethan Mischel. Mischel goes one-on-one on the near side. Now gives it off, and a shot that never really had too much of an opportunity going in was taken from Connor Syed. Bunted upfield. 5 minutes on the clock.
Anytime we get the ball on the offense, they've got 6 defenders back on our 2 offensive guys. It's going to be a tough way to go from here. Great feed in.
Here's Burskins.
And almost a chance to...
Handball.
Wow. Let's see. Hopefully we can get a free kick off without hitting the wall here. Get an actual chance to score. You really got to pick the person who does this best from practice. Hopefully they'll figure that out.
Burskins looks like he may be the man to take it again. Looks as though that was Connor Steffen who got the handball.
It's a dangerous shot because Will's probably pretty good with that right foot, knows how to bend it in.
He's got a 4-man wall in front of him with one sailor making 5, now a 5th for this. Here's a chance! Oh! And it will not happen. That would have been a storyline and a half if the Burskins were able to watch on with another goal. But Will not quite able to tuck that one home. On the replay as you watched, it was maybe 3 feet over the goal there.
Well, he knew it had to be tight. It couldn't be down where the goalie could get it. But that was a good try. At least it didn't go into the wall.
Now this is Fernando Ruiz, who has the lone goal of the game. 3.5 minutes left in this one. And here comes the service. It is a cross, and the header settled. And Rubenfeld jumped up on that ball, but it's going to be worked up by Steamboat. And there's a man up the near side. Great through ball. Here is Burskins. And a good slide. Getting back there was Himmel. And he got all ball on that, so good play.
He had his antenna up for that through ball and was there in time.
He was able to locate it with radar, and it's going to be a throw-in on the near side after it went off a Steamboat player last and out of bounds. Connor Syed to take this with 2:45 to go in the game. Stoppage of the clock, though, as a substitution being made here.
And taking a long time, too. It's probably good that they...
Oh, looks as though he may have gotten something in the face and maybe bleeding. Syed gets the whistle. Restart comes. Centaurus up 1-0 against your Sailors. And it's Rubenfeld serving in. Hits off the body there of a jumping Sam Brown, who's had just one heck of a game.
Oh, too bad on that up ball by Cole. Almost got it to Nick. Time to make something happen.
And so, another throw for Centaurus. 2:20 left now. And hopefully there's something left, some magic left here for Steamboat. Jake Berry just got absolutely blasted. And another...
there's going to be a red card here, I think.
Yellow. Just a yellow pulled here.
Well, that's 2 yellows on Centaurus, 0. I'm proud of our team for maintaining their composure. But knowing our guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they start to dish out a couple of their own. I hope they don't, because we need everybody on this. We need to score, and we need everybody on the field. So hopefully they don't do it, but...
Matai Curzon's checked on for Steamboat. Fresh legs here as he's getting his first taste of action from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. It's going to be Steamboat's Gabriel Davis. Touches into Brown. Brown worked upfield to Omi. Omi going to go for the long ball. Bounces free. It's into the opportunity. Oh, man!
That was a great try.
What a chance. That was a great opportunity. Quinn Connell just couldn't quite get enough on it. Throw in for Steamboat, and here is one of the first corners of the day for your Sailors with 1:45 left. We
got to hustle now. We just don't have much time left. Here comes it. Jake Berry with the feed.
And a man's around. Punched out, though. Nice job from Jesse Verdon, who will punch that one clear, and it'll be taken by Centaurus, and a slow Steamboat team getting back. They almost got beat to that ball. Now here's Fernando Ruiz, 3-on-1. Ruiz is going to try and beat Cole Puckett on the outside, and he's got it into the 18. Shoots one, big save from Cruz Erickson.
Cruz has just been phenomenal all year.
It's going to be.
The guy is so good one-on-one. Unfortunately, with Centaurus in control of this and taking their time, we may be running out of time. But certainly have the opportunities to win tonight.
60 seconds on the clock now. Service is in and low. Taken by Steamboat. They try and clear it, but can't. Second effort gets it at least out of the 18. Settled, though, with the chest. Centaurus chips it up, just trying to kill off more time here. Long ball attempt is not going to go. And
44 seconds.
Cruz Erickson going for the long throw. Looking for Curzon. It hopped over him. Throw in for this Centaurus squad. 30 seconds on the clock now. And it's Cole Puckett who puts it upfield. Into the middle of the pitch. Hopped over the head of Kevin Castor, and a couple chances there in the late stages that kind of just ended up going over the Steamboat boys. Yeah, I'd say Quinn Connell had really the opportunity there to tie things up. And he had to volley it out of the air, but just an unfortunate ending.
Not passing to anyone in particular there. Just a sea of white.
That's it. What a game here. The high school classic from Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
That was a good game. 1-0 to a 4A team down on the front range. I think they can be proud of themselves. They played them very even. Just that one goal to start off. And they played them even all the way to the end. And they were flooding their zone and defense. Just 10 guys back on the box making sure we didn't score. But great game. Great game to watch.
Absolutely. It was a fun one to call as well. For Chris Buckingham, Vlad, and Chase, this has been Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer right here on your Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. You can also hear us and listen to us on and watch us on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. So long from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. You can also hear us and listen to us on and watch us on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. So long from Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well, head over to Doc for above and beyond customer satisfaction and the most expert service around. The techs at Doc are ASC certified and go the extra mile to get it just past Moose on the west end of town off of Elk River Road. Doc's Auto Clinic, proud to support the Steamboat Sailors.
This is Skip Beardo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, the homeowner's.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast.